Hello, everybody. I was just singing some songs and playing some guitar because that's therapy to me. And I was singing Faith by George Michael. And I'm like, you know what? I need to talk about this and how important faith is in our everyday life. And not faith meaning religious-based faith, but that too. But just having faith in ourselves and understanding that when you believe in yourself and you speak about the things you want like they already exist and have faith in that, that's how we bring things into fruition. That's how we manifest. Having faith is, just knowing that we can be in touch with this divinity and we have it. We're not disconnected from God. We are God's source. We're all a part of the one. We are all connected to each other. And you know what? We're not separate. And a lot of this lack of faith and lack of self-trust and lack of self-esteem comes from this feeling that we're disconnected and we're lesser than and we're lower than somebody else. I just have to put my guitar down so I don't hold on to it. But it's so important to understand that you are worthy and, having faith in yourself and the journey and the process is the process. That's what you're working to overcome in your life. Those are the shadows, like understanding that you can bring yourself out of this hamster wheel you're spinning in. We all have the power to take ourselves out and to understand that we can choose the higher timeline. We can choose to make the higher decision. We can choose to step outside of that person that we were that was not serving us. And we have the conscious choice, it really is. And when addiction comes in, it's, I talk about it a lot. Addiction, the opposite of addiction is connection. Addiction is a lack of connection in self, in source, in others around us. And we feel so lost and, we feel like we've been thrown away. We throw ourselves away. And what we really need to do is connect back in to source, to the universe, to everybody around us and know that we are connected and loved and have faith working through those shadows that we hold within us. The reason we have addictions, we have, coping mechanisms, we are negative with ourselves is because we've somewhere along the line gained this belief that we're not worthy. And we can't have faith and we don't trust ourselves. And I know it's easy. You can't just snap a finger and change it, but it's these slow little integrations that we bring into ourself. And we can look at things and go, I don't need to be mean to that person today because that hasn't served me in the past. I don't need to react to this feeling that I'm feeling. What I need to do is dig into it and better understand what's triggering me to do this, what's triggering me to make these decisions in life. Why am I not where everybody else is? Well, it's because you've made the choice somewhere along the way not to be and not to put yourself in there. You've compared yourself to others and you've deemed yourself unworthy. And why? You're just as worthy as anybody else on the earth plane. Like you are just as divine and beautiful and loving and, amazing. Maybe somewhere along the way you lost connection with that, but you can bring it back. Your soul is as pure as the next person's soul. Your soul is as bright as the next person's soul. You just have to make the choice to have faith and make the hard changes because they are difficult. It doesn't just happen. We have to lead with this. We have to lead with inspired choice and we have to have discipline and we have to align ourselves with the highest, best good for the all, not just for us, for the all, the will of the all, the will of God, as some people say, the will of the universe, the will of the creator. That's where we need to be, not our will, with the will of the all, and have faith. I will say this over and over. I was singing that George Michael song and I'm like, yes, this is true. We need to just have faith. That is where manifestation comes from, is having faith and believing in ourselves and releasing what is no longer serving us. Say goodbye. I don't need you anymore because what have you done? You brought nothing but fear into my life. You brought nothing but worry into my life. You brought nothing but things that I've had to overcome. So instead of waking up tomorrow and finding things to overcome, say no to that and say yes to being divine and stepping into your divinity and understanding that you are just as worthy as the next person. And have faith and back it with faith. Surrender it. Don't question it. And like I said, I know that's easier said than done because when we have all these subconscious patterns of unworthiness and disbelief in ourselves and untrust in ourselves, those things are running the computer in the background. So this is where the deep shadow work comes in. This is where the healing comes in. It's all processing it out of our system. Once we bring these thought patterns and fears to light, they have nowhere to go but to the light. Things cannot escape the light. So that's the beauty of healing. It's no longer running from that monster under your bed or in your closet, because every day you run from it and you close that door or push it under, it gets bigger and bigger because it's this unknown and it's scary. And once you actually bring it to light, it might be scary for a moment and hurt for a little bit, but all of a sudden it just shrinks down and it goes poof back to the light. Everything just wants to be brought to love. Anyway, I wasn't even going to come on today and do a live, but singing that song, I'm like, man, faith is the key. Faith, faith, faith. And I used to laugh at that, being raised Catholic. I'm like, oh, faith. Ah. But it's true. Having faith, and nothing against religion. I love religion. Religion is important. Spirituality is important. Belief systems are important for moving forward in life. Having a belief system that aligns us with the highest, best good, with the will of the all. I'm going to pull a quick card because I always pull a quick card, and it's really warm right here. I love it. I'm like sitting in the sun in my kitchen. So we're going to ask Spirit, what is in our highest, best good to know today? What is our guidance today? So it's probably hard to see because the sun's shining right on it. It's the listen card, and it says, I calm my mental turmoil so I can listen to my heart. I discover the small inner voice and I let it guide me. I trust it totally, for I know that my intuition always leads me towards my place within the heavenly plan. And exactly, that's faith, that's aligning, exactly what I was talking about, as it always is. I'm going to get off here now because, like I said, I wasn't even going to come on. I love you all. Happy Wednesday. Happy day, whatever you're watching this. If you're watching this 2 years later, this video is meant for you. Things come to you for a purpose. What I've always been told and what I believe is that when we're ready to hear the wisdom, our teachers are brought forth to us. It's magnetism. It's magic. So if you're here watching this now or any other time, you're meant to watch this. I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your day.